Let's consider the question that we have on the board. We are asked to resolve this fraction into partial fraction. Okay, so how do we do this? How do we resolve this fraction into partial fraction? I want you to pay attention. Now, because this partial fraction, this fraction has two factors, you understand? Okay, this fraction has two factors, and the factor are what? X plus 1 and x minus 3. Hence, we are going to have two fractions at the right hand side. You understand what I'm saying? That is, the fraction is going to look like something like this. A, which is the numerator of one of the factor, x plus 1, and plus b, which is the numerator of the second factor, that is x minus 3. I'm very sure you are part of our previous class. If you are not, part, that means you missed a lot. But notwithstanding, if you watch this video to the very end, you'll be able to solve question as touching the question under partial fraction in the exam. Okay, just pay attention. Now, for every partial fraction that has its the denominator as a linear factor, and in which there are two linear factors, you understand? The partial fraction will be resolved into something like this. You understand? A over 1 of the factor plus b over 1 of the factor. You understand? What are the factors that we have? We have x plus 1 and x minus 3. Okay? So, now, having done that, the next step is that you have to simplify. Okay? Simplify the right hand side. If you want to simplify, we are going to have the product of this and this. That is what? X plus 1 and x minus 3, right? So x plus 1 multiplied by x minus 3 divided by x plus 1. I'm going to have x minus 3. X minus 3 multiplied by a. That is what? A multiplied by x minus 3 plus x plus 1 multiplied by x minus 3 divided by x minus 3. That is what? X plus 1. X plus 1 multiplied by b. That is what? B multiplied by x plus 1. Okay? So now, we are done with that. Just bring down this fraction, bring it down. I'm going to have 5x plus 7 all over x plus 1 multiplied by x minus 3. Do you understand? Okay, so I'm very sure you understand how we got here. Now, if you compare the left hand side and the right hand side, you will discover that the denominator are equal. We have x plus 1 and x minus 3 here. We have x plus 1 and x minus 3 here. That means that the numerator will also be equal. Do you understand? So for this, I'm going to equate the numerator. So I'm going to have 5x plus 7 is equivalent to a multiplied by x minus 3 plus b multiplied by x plus 1. Okay, now I want you to pay attention. You see, when you got here, the goal is to find the value of a and b. If I know the value of a and b, I can plug in those values into this fraction, and then I'm done with the question that I'm asked to solve. Okay, so the goal here is to determine the value of a and b. So how do we get the value of a and b? To get the value of a and b, you can do it in two ways. I'm going to show you the first method now. The first method is that you have to set. Okay, let's first get the value of a. To get the value of a, you have to make x. You have to substitute the value of x that will make b equals to 0 into this equation. Okay, listen to the explanation again. The goal is to get the value of a and b. Now, let us first find the value of a. You understand? Then after getting the value of a, we can determine the value of b. Now, to get the value of a, you have to substitute the value of x that will make this b in this equation to be equal to 0. Now, how do you know the value of x that I'm going to substitute? You know that the factor which b is connected to is what? X plus 1. Hence, if I substitute, please pay attention. The factor which b is connected to is x plus 1. You can see b is multiplying x plus 1. So here, x plus 1, I'm going to set it equals to 0. X will be equals to minus 1. So if I substitute x is equivalent to minus 1 into this equation, then b will be equals to 0. And that's what I'm going to do now, okay? So that I can get the value of a. So pay attention. Now, when x is equals to minus 1, I'm going to have 5 multiplied by minus 1 plus 7 is equals to a multiplied by minus 1 minus 3 plus b multiplied by minus 1 plus 1. Okay? So here, 5 times minus 1, that is what? Okay, 5 times minus 1, that is minus 5 plus 7 equals to a multiplied by minus 4, right? Minus 1 times minus 1 minus 1, that is minus 4, plus b multiplied by 0, because minus 1 plus 1 will give us 0, okay? Now, having done that, minus 5 plus 7, that is what? 2, Abby? Yes. Minus 5 plus 7, that will give us 2, okay? So I'm going to have 2 is equals to a times minus 4, that is what? Minus 4a, okay? Now, because b times 0 will give us 0, there is no need to write that, Abby. So now, divide both sides by negative 4. I'm going to have this over minus 4 and this over minus 4. So a is equals to what? A is equals to 1, okay, minus 1 all over 2. That is the value of a. Now, having gotten the value of a, we can get the value of b. We still have to approach it the same way, you understand? When I want to get the value of a here, I know that the factor which is multiplying b is what? X plus 1. So I set that factor equals to 0. And when I set it to 0, I have x plus 1 equals to 0 and x is equals to minus 1. By the time I substitute the value of x as minus 1 here, you can see that b is equals to 0. So I got the value of a as negative 1 over 2. Now, you can do the same for b. To get the value of b, you just have to check the factor that is connected to a. The factor is x minus 3. So for this, I'm going to have x minus 3, set it equals to 0. X minus 3 equals to 0. X is equals to 3. Do you understand? Now, when you are done with that, you substitute the value of x as 3 into this equation, okay? Now, if you substitute the value of x as 3 into this equation, a will be equal to 0, and you can easily determine the value of your b. Do you understand? Okay, let's proceed. For this, I'm going to have 5x plus 7 is equivalent to a multiplied by 3 minus 3 plus b multiplied by 3 plus 1, right? Oh, sorry. Let's replace the value of x as 3. Don't forget. Okay, so 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 7 is equals to a multiplied by 0, okay? Plus b multiplied by 3 plus 1, that is 4, right? Now, 15 plus 7 is what? 22, right? 22. I'm going to have 22 is equals to 4b, right? So divide both by 4 to get the value of b. This over 4. So b is equals to 22 divided by 4. That is 11 over 2, right? So the value of b here is 11 over 2, while the value of a is negative 1 over 2. Now, please, I want to pay attention. We have gotten the value of a and b. The next step is that you just have to replace the value of a and b in this. Substitute the value of a as negative 1 over 2 here, and substitute the value of b as 11 over 2. You understand? By so doing, you have already resolved 5x plus 7 all over x plus 1 multiplied by x minus 3 into partial fraction. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now. We have here 5x plus 7 all over x plus 1 x minus 3 is equals to a is what? Negative 1 over 2. So I'm going to have negative 1 all over 2 divided by x plus 1. X plus 1 is x plus 1, then plus b. Don't forget that b is what? 11 over 2. So I'm going to have 11 over 2 divided by what? Divided by x minus 3, okay? So I'm going to have x minus 3, okay? And this can be written as 5x plus 7. Please pay attention. 5x plus 7 all over x plus 1 multiplied by x minus 3 is equivalent to, now, negative 1 over 2 divided by x plus 1. That will be what? Negative 1 all over, please pay attention, 2 multiplied by x plus 1. Okay? Plus, now, 11 over 2 divided by x minus 3. That will be what? 11 all over 2 multiplied by x minus 3. Okay? So, you can put it like this. 5x plus 7 all over x plus 1 multiplied by x minus 3 is equals to 11 over 2 multiplied by x minus 3 minus 1 all over 2 multiplied by x plus 1. Okay, so you can see now, so that is the solution to that question.